Akwaba, Xavier Yestilin. Greetings, everyone. May God give you good health. We're giving thanks to our Eternal Father for allowing the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation to have this event, where we are able to make this presentation for the benefit of our beautiful country, Jamaica, according to what He, our Eternal Father, has determined to be done. The document is called We the People Proposed Constitution of Republic Jamaica. And if you look at the board there, you will get some more information of what it is about. You never have to do thanks. Our Eternal Father gave me this job from 2021, which July 26 was when I sent the first draft to Parliament. 6 months after that, the Prime Minister formed the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs. All I asked was for them to sit with me to discuss this document. They have not done so, except that when the Constitutional Reform Committee was founded in 2023 March, they invited me in July that year to discuss it with them. But to me, it seems as if they're just patronizing me. Oh yes, you talk now, so you can shut up. There's no shutting up until this document is implemented. Because now, 3 years after January 2022, and having spent almost 3 billion Jamaican tax dollars on this process, the Prime Minister on April 13 this year said, the dream of many of our people, of our country becoming a republic, has been dashed at the altar of PNP selfishness. I put out a YouTube video, which I told him that all of them in Parliament are to be blamed, because they had the opportunity to sit, and they still have the opportunity to sit and look at this document article by article. 86 articles. It's based upon the United Nations Charter. It's based upon the Holy Bible. It is based upon the 1955 revised Constitution of Ethiopia, written by Emperor Haile Selassie I. And they have rejected it. And now they have spent 3 billion of our dollars doing nothing, because they have come to nothing. And we are still going. We have revised it 18 times. 18 times in almost 4 years. July coming makes 4 years. I said earlier, July 26, 2021, the official date of this document. However, I've been involved in this process from 1991. When I was just 31 years old, I was born in 1960. And I told the Constitutional Commissioner at that time, retired Justice James Carr, by letter, what we need to do is to abolish this 1962 document, write a new one based upon the Holy Bible, the United Nations Charter, and the Ethiopian Constitution. He said I should get him a copy of the Ethiopian Constitution, which I did. 2 weeks after I gave it to him, he resigned. And then about 2 months after, they disbanded the committee. But they use now the report of that committee to make this Constitutional Reform Committee program part of what they want to do to make it work. And they are still rejecting what the Emperor has done, what our Eternal Father has given me the insight to do, with the assistance of notable attorney at law, Gordon Robinson, who has given me much assistance with this document, and Anthony Gifford, and the University of West Indies Mona Law School. 5th public debate was held on this document. You can look at all of these things on YouTube. We have about 78 videos on it, and we are making another one for this event, and we have others. All right? So this is not a fly-by-night hurry, come up, somebody looking something. This is about our Eternal Father giving us something for the benefit of our country. What is in this document? 86 articles. The first one says it abolishes everything that is not in keeping with it. It gives the sovereignty to the people of Jamaica. It names the Prime Minister the head of state. Why? Because there is a council of ministers. And that council of ministers are 10, including the office of the Prime Minister. So because he is in charge, that's how the head of state becomes the Prime Minister. Why do we need a president? Because everybody else has president. What is the president connected to in this document? Nothing. The Prime Minister is connected to the ministry, the council of ministers. And there's a deputy Prime Minister. Both of them are elected nationally every 4 years on fixed election date, the third Thursday in February, starting 2026. This document should have been implemented from Heroes Day 2021. They ignore it. So we put it back to 2022. They ignore it again. 2023, they still ignore it. 24. Now it comes 25 and they are ignoring it, talking about election. Election for what? I am saying we need 63 people to sign this document. They know. That is what is on the document. From July 26, 2021. I said, all 63, sign it because you are elected. In the Declaration of Republic Jamaica that says why we are doing this thing, it says that we, come here Jamaics, read the declaration for me please. Let me not talk off at the top of my head. Yes. Let Jamaics read this document for you. Where just a moment people.
I want to ask you some questions to break it down as well, yeah? You here? I want to ask you some questions.
Let's read it man, let's read it. He's going to read, Jamaica is going to read the Declaration of Republic Jamaica according to this document. It starts, we the undersigned 63.
We the undersigned 63, duly elected representative of Jamaica, people of Jamaica acting in the best interest of the citizens of Jamaica, whose desire it is to create a new and glorious history for ourselves and for future generations that shall increase for self-esteem, dignity, and integrity, whilst simultaneously removing for all times every remnant of the brutality committed against our citizens of the past and present, the British monarchy or former colonizers from 1655 to 1962, and our former overseers from 1962 to now, evidenced by their inflicting upon us evil institution of slavery, the slave trade and neo-colonialism administrations of government enforced by their 1738 article of pacification and other treaties made with the Maroons and their constitution of August 6, 1962, made with the rest of Jamaica, that are contrary to the third line of the national anthem that states, keep us free from evil powers. Do hereby abolish all those documents and instead therefore institute, establish, and ordain this Constitution of the Republic Jamaica that is effective onward from the 20th day of October in the year of our Lord 2025, or Independent Republic Day, by virtue of having been already established as our national Eagles Day.
Thank you very much, Jamaica. So that is the reason why we are having this document. That's the purpose of this document. There is no way we can say we are getting rid of the British monarchy and having our own way and we are maintaining the Privy Council. It is the Privy Council who in 1670s advised the King of England at that time, King Charles II, to go to Africa, to take out charters for people like John Hawkins to go to Africa to enslave people and work them out on plantation. My great-great-great-grandfather was one of them who was stolen from Africa and sold here in Jamaica as a slave. Okay? And almost everyone, including the Governor General right now, he is descended from a slave. There's no gainsaying and even butting about that. His color complexion show me that he is descended from a slave. So we cannot be upholding getting rid of the British monarchy and upholding at the same time the Privy Council, which advises them to do whatever they are doing. That is contrary. We have the Caribbean Court of Justice. which Jamaica helped to establish with finances. And we now have a Jamaican on the court. And we have the example of the Shanique Mary case, where she was ill-treated in Trinidad, took the case to the Caribbean Court of Justice. They sent their justices down here to Jamaica, and they got their information, went back and ruled in favor of Miss Mary because that was justice. So how can we be saying that the Caribbean Court of Justice is not good? Then how are England good? How is England good when England are enslaving us and still enslaving us? All right, look at the Maroons now. We mentioned the Maroons there. 1738, when the English, after they brutalized the Spanish and thieved the country from the Spanish, who thieved it already from the Tainos and the Africans who were down here, they made an agreement with the Maroons because they couldn't manage them, saying that, yes, you keep the mountains and we keep the plains, basically. And then 1962, they write this document and give to Jamaican people, which take away the Maroons' land without the Maroons' consent. How they take it away? They put in it, say, okay, the laws that were there before still in play. So that means the 1738 treaty and the 1739 treaty still in play. But further down, they say they divide up the whole country into 45 constituencies for the purpose of putting people in Parliament, House of Representatives. Then how come they don't give Maroons any of that land? Any of that, what you call it now, constituency? They take away the whole country and put it into 45 constituency to run up and down with people to put into Parliament and leave out the Maroons. So they take away the Maroon land without the Maroon realize that. Well, the Maroon realize that now, and they defend them thing, And this document, Article 12, speaks exclusively to the Maroon position, that they get back their land, that they get dedicated seats in Parliament as indigenous people. How they become indigenous? The Tainos were here. And then Africans, the Moors, came from Africa to visit and been visiting. When Columbus came, he saw people here. He knew that people were here because Africans up there tell them that people down here. And they follow it, come down here. And then him come with him brutality and take away the land. And the people have to run away to save themselves. And them call them Cimarron, which means wild anteam runaway living in the mountains, which is a name they use to describe their runaway cattle. When the English came and see these people here, them call them Cimarron. Them can't manage the Cimarron, so they say Maroon. And that is how the name comes for these people. But these people are indigenous people. It is known nationally and internationally. This document gives the Ministry of Land, Wood, Water, Housing and Infrastructure the right to develop and maintain a land policy that will abolish squatting by giving land and housing solutions to Jamaicans without any partiality. Now, how can you be a squatter in your own country? What is the UDC sitting down on all of these lands, what them call crown land, and not giving anybody any land? If you go over there, them bulldoze it down. You know why? Because the land belongs to the monarchy of England. It don't belong to we. The sovereignty is in the English monarchy, not we, the Jamaican people. This document gives us the sovereignty. It says that the Ministry of Trade and Industry must develop the industry of renewable energy. My good friend Dr. John Lennon, he has been doing some great work from 2015 and the government ignoring him concerning renewable energy. Every day we have sunshine. The place is so hot and now I have to stand up on something else. Because our eternal Father since March this year tell me must take off his shoes and walk barefoot in Jamaica. I want to check it out, the people and the coat of arms, they don't wear shoes. So we in a barefoot country. Because the people who represent Jamaica internationally, legally, they don't wear shoes. So what we're talking about, and yes, still up to this man, a man who run me out of an office around New Kingston when we go down there to print something. Eh? And him don't even work there. But him discriminating because I'm barefooted. If I come in there and I want Clark's booty and jacket and tie, and my mouth full of lie and a big gun for my waist to stick them up, he would have welcomed me and don't even know say that coming to him place. You understand? So we know them kind of foolishness. We've been here and done that. Alright? So, anybody have a question to ask, we are ready to answer.